I asked on my Facebook page, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see an ECW Guilty as Charged 1999 review because I've never done it before? Or do you want to see what I thought of WWE Fastlane? Unfortunately for me, the overwhelming response was do Fastlane. I'm intrigued to see what you think of the current products, especially because I didn't watch Royal Rumble, and literally I've done one vid this year of the current product, and that was the last NXT show. So yeah, that was a bit of a because I had a ECW Guilty as Charged review ready to go. Like I'll upload. Oh no, never mind. Because I thought people want to see that, especially a show that I didn't do as part of the original 1999 sub series, So yeah, I don't watch WWE at all nowadays. I don't even keep an eye on the storylines. Before, my Tuesday, even if I didn't watch Raw, the first thing I would do on a Tuesday morning is find out what happened on the show the previous night. I'd go and find someone like Scott Keith's website. It's perfect. They've got blogs on there, got written reviews. Go and check that out. Find out what happened on the show. Nowadays, I don't do that. I get told on Facebook, as a rule, what happened. What did you think of this, Mark? Someone will say to me on Facebook. I don't know what you're on about. They'll tell me all about it. I'll give my opinion on it. And that's pretty much how I keep up to date, So this is the first pay-per-view I've watched this year. WWE Fastlane. Good to see that both the Intercontinental and United States Championships seem to be on the forefront of the build-up to this one. I suppose when the champion isn't there, then they've got to make at least one of those two championships step up, and so I like that. I can't watch the pre-show. I just can't do it. An hour-long pre-show. I suppose back when I was a massive WWE/WWF fan, this would have been great. Like, the more content, the better. At the end of the day, I'm sure, like many of you out there, I used to gobble up Sunday Night Heat. Like, do you want to watch an extra hour of wrestling before the pay-per-view starts? Fucking too right I do. But the thing is, between Heat and the difference between Heat and the pre-show, isn't it, is that Heat had matches, normally not the greatest of matches, but it would normally have at least a match, and it had storyline advancement. Especially now, I've just watched WrestleMania 15, right, and the Heat before that has got two matches on it, and has got a big storyline development where Mr. McMahon makes Rock versus Austin no disqualification. Doesn't happen on the pre-show. No, I just hear Booker T talking utter bollocks. I mean, straight bollocks. Why he's got a job, I don't understand. I just don't understand. Byron Saxton does nothing. He's just bland and generic. I like Corey Graves' look, but I don't like what he sounds like. And Renee Young is... Well, she's just perfect, isn't she? That's what you do. So when the pre-show starts, you've got a network, might as well have it on. Click on to mute and just stare at Renee when she comes onto the screen. Miz TV was on the pre-show. It had Paul Heyman on it. Brock isn't here. Isn't concerned between who wins and Reigns and Bryan. And then Miz yelled at Miz down. Hooray. Don't care. So, our opening contest was Seth Rollins, Kane, and The Big Show defeating Dolph Ziggler, Eric Rowan, and Ryback in an okay answer. In an okay opener. Fans, these faces were fired and then came back. No one really seemed to care about Eric Rowan when he's going to make his way. So I've got 2 points there. So yeah, that's what the storyline basically tells you. The build-up package for this one tells you that these guys were fired and then they were brought back, which is nice. And then they keep getting beats from the Authority. So Eric Rowan makes his way to the ring. No response whatsoever. Quick back and forth from Neil Owens. Rowan tries a spin kick on the outside, but kicks the ring post, so he's your face in peril, and the heels work the leg. So that makes me set up and take notice. But no one cares about him, because the crowd are too busy chanting for Ryback. There's a mild Rowan jump, but it's not huge. Holy fuck, there's a nice leg bop by Show in there. Rowan gets a wank-looking DDT, gets the hot tag to Ryback, who counters the curb stomp into a sweet powerbomb. Rollins gets a sweet super kick for two. Hot tag to Ziggler. He cleans house, gets a zigzag, gets the rocker dropper, but obviously he gets a KO punch from Big Show and the DDT from Kane, and that gets the win. Yay. Generic tag match. It really, really was. It was a 2-star match, if you're nice. It's one of those big things about wrestling that bothers me the most, where you've got, right, we're going to focus on a body part which has no bearing in the finish whatsoever, so it's absolutely pointless. Absolutely pointless. WrestleMania is 35 days away, 34 if you're watching this on the Monday, 33 if you're watching on the Tuesday, and so on and so forth. The Rhodes build-up is pretty heavy. Stardust says his father is dead to him. That's heavy stuff for a wrestling angle, isn't it? Goldust defeated Stardust. I hated this match. I'm sure I'm probably going to get moaned at for this one. Zero reaction for Stardust. I mean, there is nothing. I put out a tweet at the time as he came out, like, I don't believe this reaction. There is nothing. I thought this match should be saved for WrestleMania. And I thought that people might actually give a fuck about it, because when Goldust and Stardust were teaming this time last year, people were buzzing off them. But no. I still say dropping the tag team titles to the Outlaws was the daftest thing that they could have done for that team. It just completely killed their momentum. There's nothing from the crowd. There's nothing to this match at all. It really is a nothing match. A very weird looking roll up gets the win for Goldust. Stardust gives him, they want to shake hands, and Stardust having none of it. And then backstage, they cut Cody Rhodes at some point. Stardust cuts a promo and hisses. So I guess we are going to see this at WrestleMania, but they're going to have to do something. They have to do something in the next month to give the people a reason to care, because they just didn't. To Tyson Kidd and Cesaro defeating the Usos in a match to win. So it's an alright match to win the tag team champions. So this is something to do with Total Divas, or something to do with a dinner on SmackDown, or something. Don't care. Cesaro clicks the leg of Ann Uso, and the heels go to work on it. Hooray! They ram it into the apron and everything. Hot tag to Jay, but he eats an apron suplex and elbow from the heels, and then a sharpshooter is attempted. It's broken, and Kidd eats a nice double team Samoan drop, and then is slammed into the barricade. And Uso, still don't know which is which, and Uso gets a splash, but Kidd rolls through into a cradle for 2, and then locks on a sharpshooter, which is broken by Jay. I know it's Jay, because Cole told me. All the work on the injured leg is ignored, as Kidd gets a nice spinning neckbreaker for the win. Another generic tag match. I like the leg work. It didn't go anywhere, didn't affect the finish in any way, shape or form, so it's pointless. I don't understand this in modern wrestling. Focus on a body part that works into the finish, and Marc's a happy chappy. Yeah, if you're just doing it for reasons because you feel like you've got to, I don't care. I just don't give a shit. On Lillian says, you're winners and still tag team champions. Well done, Lillian. Well done. 2.5 stars. Then 2000-esque attire. Triple H comes out and Sting comes out, and this, I hated every second of it. I couldn't wait for this to end, because it was the complete opposite of what I wanted. This was Sting sitting like, when you were a kid and you got told off by your teacher at school. That's what this was. This was Sting being told off by Triple H for being in WCW and for being loyal to WCW. He got berated, and Sting just sat and took it. And then when they eventually started, beats, Mike shot from the game, and Triple H, because he's in 2000 attire, must get his fucking limmer out. So he gets his limmer out, but no, wait, Sting has got his bat, holds it up to the throat, points to WrestleMania. Not what I wanted. At this point, Sting gets on the mic and runs down Triple H. We kicked your ass for all that time. I was kicking at all this kinds of ass. Yada, yada, yada. Big up WCW. Make people want to go and check it out on the network, for example. Nothing. He just sat there with the bat, holding it against the throat of the game, points at the sign, and he's like, Triple H, oh, yeah, and then he's like, there. All right, you got your match, fine, you got your match. Sting says one line, doesn't say it into a mic, I'll see you at WrestleMania, and walks away. And you sat going, this was awful. I hated it. This made me not want to see these two. I said, right, when they first started doing this back at Survivor Series, it was like, people were like, oh, we want to do Sting versus Taker. And I'm sat there going, but these are two both old men who probably won't be able to have a decent match. But I reckon the Triple H would bump like a bandit for Sting and be able to get a decent match out of him. No, I don't care. Just don't care. I try, I don't care. I just don't care. I don't not want... This didn't do anything to make me want to see WrestleMania. Nikki Bella defeated Paige in a match to retain the Divas title. Some okay stuff in there, like an Alabama slam and a sunset flip bomb, but no interest from the crowd whatsoever. Roll up complete with Healy holding on to the tights gets the win. Very hard to care after the four-way that we saw in the recent NXT special. And, I don't know, Blue Pants versus Sasha Banks on last week's NXT, for example. Better match, more interesting, care about it so much more. I care about women's wrestling when I watch it on NXT, when it's like this. And the commentators treat it like it's second best at all times. So I just stopped caring. Bad news, Barrett. Defeating Dean Ambrose by DQ in a match to retain the Intercontinental Championship. What is going on with this crowd, man? They're utterly silent for this one. It's like this, on the pre-show, they said a really good little thing, an interview that Renee Young did with Dean Ambrose, talking about how he wants to bring prestige back to the Intercontinental Championship. And he's like going, I think the whole fucking world feels the same way. Now I can get behind that. Match was just punching and kicks and nothing. Barrett goes for wins a change. It gets no reaction at all. Elbow off the top, that's a standing one he does. Silence. Wasteland gets 2, barely a murmur. Rebound lariat makes Barrett run away. He gets his belt. Ambrose puts him back in the ring. Barrett tries to bail again, so Ambrose puts him in the corner and boots him until the referee disqualifies him. And you start going, oh, I suppose it is right. And one of the things I don't like in wrestling, referee has got a 5 count, but the referee always goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, break it up or I'll disqualify it. No, the referee actually did what he said this time. He gave him till 5. He gave him till 5, and then when he didn't break it 5, he disqualified him. I suppose that's fair, but I fucking hated this finish. I absolutely hated this match. I hated the finish. I didn't even hate the match. I just sat there going, what is wrong with this crowd? Why are this crowd not making a sound? Out comes some druid, and the gong goes. I turn to my missus and go, I've been seeing this entrance for fucking years, but look at my arm. That music still makes the hairs come from my arm. It's brilliant. But no, it's Bray Wyatt, not Wade Barrett, it's Bray Wyatt. He talks about Taker, how broken down he is, so I'm guessing we're going to see Bray Wyatt versus Undertaker at WrestleMania, which would be great if Bray won. And then, I'm sorry folks, and then I turned it off. I know this isn't the best way to finish a review, but I just realised that I don't care. I just don't care. I don't like TNA, so I don't watch it. It's that simple. I'm not one of these people who sit and will run down TNA because I haven't seen it. It's one of the, who, despite not watching it, I just go, look, I don't like his product. It doesn't interest me, so I don't watch. All right? It's that simple. And it's got to that stage with this. I just don't care. I love watching wrestling. Truly, I do. I've already been to 3 live shows this year, and I'm sure I'll go to many, many more. I watch NXT religiously every week. I watch PWG the day their DVDs come out. I buy them. I watch a lot of independent wrestling, but this is crap. This is awful. A card full of boring matches. I don't care about Rusev John Cena. Yeah, Rusev won. Took bollocks way to do it. Kicked him in the balls and put the accolade on. After John Cena had the FU counted 4 times, the 5th one connects and Rusev kicks out. So get a new finisher, John. That one's that's dead now, isn't it? That ain't no finisher. And yeah, Roman Reigns beat Daniel Bryan, which is I think the way that Bryan's been booked recently, he's cooled off so much that I realised that I don't want to watch. Basically, it got to the point where it's like, right, looking at how long's left of the show, an hour. Right, I've got so many more things that I could be doing in that hour. People won't agree with what I say about the Rose Brothers, I'm sure. JBL may be good at talking about other sports, but he offered nothing of any note in this. His commentary adds nothing to the product. My network skipped all over the shop for this show. I checked on Twitter, and it appeared that the people who were having network issues were watching it either on an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One, just like me. And it was one of those, right. I love the network, truly I do. I love having it. It makes some respects of my life so much easier because it's like, right, I want to watch this show. There it is. It skips so much. It buffers so much on the Xbox. And it's one of those, God, I just can't help thinking the network's going to kill them. It's going to kill them dead because no one's going to buy the pay-per-views anymore. This is what I think about it. I was going to do a separate vid about this, but while I've got you, I might as well just say my little bit here. I think the network is the stupidest idea WWE have ever had. And what I mean by that is by having all their old content and the new content all at the same time. So what I mean by that is it should be 2 separate business models. You have the network for getting the old school stuff, right? Any old school content you want to watch is there, right? But also have the current product on pay-per-view and only be available there. Right, I don't watch the current product at all, but I started watching Fastlane just because it was there. I've already paid for what happened. My first payment goes out on Sunday, I think it was on the 1st of March because February is free, right? But so I put it on because it was there. But I also watched WrestleMania 15 and ECW Guilty as Charged and WCW, whichever one it was, Super Bowl, over the weekend. They're what I want to watch. But the Raws in between the pay-per-views aren't there. So it's one of those, right? It's like, yeah, I just don't understand how they must be losing so much money on it. I talked to a friend of mine. He's got the UFC version of the network, which is that they've got all the old pay-per-views on there, which you pay X amount per month, and then you get them all. And then, if you want to watch the current UFC show, I don't know if this is definitely correct, but this is how he described it. You want the current show, you pay for it, and you pay full price. If you want to watch it on the network, it'll be on there in 3 months' time, by which point you don't care, do you? About, I must watch that. No, because you've seen all the spoilers, you know what happened on it. It just seems madness. I can't. It's something since I got the network. A month ago now. It's something I've been desperately trying to wrap my head around. And right, I went to college to study business, all right? I believe that or not. I did 2 years of business studies at GMVQ level. So as much as I'm a fucking ugly idiot who knows nothing about nothing, I actually have got quite a good insight for how businesses work. And looking at the network from a strictly business point of view, I just cannot get my head around it. I just look at it and go, this will kill your company. The amount of money, then bear in mind they have to make 1.4 million subscribers just to break even, and the only way that they've been able to get 1 million subscribers is by giving away 2 months for free to get 1 million. So they're still losing money on it. And I've got to be honest, the way I am at this point in my life is that this is what I can see in a month's time, just going fuck it, because it may be a pain in the arse to get the torrent pack of the WCW pay-per-views from 1999, but they don't skip. You know? It's that simple. I waited so long because I wanted to be able to watch it on my Xbox. I hate watching wrestling on my laptop. I just don't like it. Someone like me, I've got to write I write a lot of notes, don't I, for my shows. The majority of wrestling that I watch, you've got to remember, is to be reviewed, right? So I want to watch and write notes, but I don't want... you can't write notes and watch wrestling on a laptop. In my opinion, that doesn't work. I need the wrestling on my telly and to my laptop free to write notes. You know what I mean? So if you get torrent packs, as a rule, a lot of the old ones don't play on the Xbox. The Xbox just won't read them. It's like, right, okay, so they're there. I don't know. It's just one of, what do you think about the network? Do you think like me that it's one of those, as a wrestling fan, you go, fucking yes, all this old content. But then like me, you watch WrestleMania 15 like I did yesterday. So today, I want to go and watch the Raw afterwards. I want to see what happened when Stone Cold was crowned champion and had his first celebration or his first night as champ. Yeah, go on to Raw 99. Not there. Like none of them are there. Like, well, that's one of the main reasons I got this was for that. I want to be able to watch the Nitros be in between the WCW pay-per-views because I've never seen any of them, and I think it'll make my WCW reviews better. None of them there. None. Nitro goes to 96. That's it. Right. Okay then. That's that then. So I'm sorry, folks, that I didn't do the top 2 matches. I couldn't be asked for this show. This is the first year I can remember since 1996 where I've gone into it going, I might not watch WrestleMania this year. I can see myself being talked into it. Depends, of course, where I am, because there's a PCW show that night that I might go to. But yeah, I'm so uninterested in the current product. I won't be doing another review like this for a long time. I'm sorry. I know that will bother you, and at the end of the day, it fucks me over because I get a lot of views for vids like this, and I make a lot of money out of them because it's advertising. But I don't want to do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I let you down. I'm sorry if this hasn't been the usual fun video. It's just like I say, I watched an hour and a half of the pay-per-view last night live, and then I watched another match today, and I'm sat there going, I don't have time for this. I can't be bothered. I do have time on the other hand tomorrow to record a WrestleMania 15 review. I might just do that. I'm saying that. My next vid is meant to be No Way Out 2005, and I've been watching this show off for weeks because I know that main event is fucking bollocks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know down below what you think. If you want to shout at me, because I'm not doing a very good review, this time you're allowed, all right? I've had no script, I've had no notes, I've had some notes, but, I haven't really, this is all been like off the top of my head sort of thing. So, yeah, tell me what you think about the network. Tell me what you thought about this show. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if you're also going, Mark, this show was amazing, and I can't wait for WrestleMania. If you can't wait for WrestleMania, please let me know, because I'd love to know, and I'd love to know why, because I just can't feel like that. All right, folks, I've been Mark P. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.